Was good, guys. How's it going? How is everyone doing? So as you can see, I am in a trade currently. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. A good Thursday. We're starting to cool off now from the election results. We've factored it in on Tuesday night. We were reacting to it live on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we kind of had the following market session where we basically adapt to this new economy kind of thing, the new idea of how things are going to be moving. We spent yesterday adapting. Now today we can start looking at actual trading positions. Okay, so we can start. We can resume as normal. We can start trading as we normally do. First thing we're going to do is very quickly check at the. I want to check the fundamentals. So as you can see, fundamentally it's Thursday the 7th of November, and we are looking at a GBP dominated day. Good afternoon, Dan. How you doing? All right, Zach. How you doing? But yeah, before we get started, guys, if you are new here, I'm live every single day at the same time, every day, 9:30 a.m. EST, 2:30 p.m. GMT. I do daily market outlooks in my free Discord server, which is like giving you an idea of what we would expect for the following day. So if you want to catch those, join the free Discord. Also on my YouTube, so subscribe, click the bell so you get notified when I'm live. But now we can get straight into it. So yeah, fundamentally, GBP is very dominant today. We've had GBP news at 12 and half 12, which has rocked the markets. I was looking at that. We've had half 1 news, USD, the standard stuff at half 1. Then 7 p.m. and half 7, we're going to have FOMC statements and press conferences. So we've basically got a speech going on this at the moment at 7 p.m. tonight. Okay, so at 7 p.m., if you want to track the speech, all you have to do is go to financialjuice.com, and at this certain time, at 7 o'clock, at half 7, you load up Financial Juice, and you'll start seeing highlighted stuff in red popping up as it happens. As you can see, we got the half 1 news here popped up, quite important. Now half 2 will be the next. I mean, not half 2. Sorry, 7 and half 7 will be the next stuff. So if you want to track the speech, do that. But in terms of fundamentals, we don't really have anything to worry about for this little session that we trade. So we can go ahead and jump onto the charts. Now, I am in a trade here. We're going to review the trade that I took yesterday live on stream. We're going to see how that played out off camera, off the stream. We're going to see what's going on there. But very quickly, I just want to say that I am now managing this this trade. I was expecting a very quick move. It was through Asian session. I was expecting a nice retracement. Now, I know a lot of people are bullish on Bitcoin. But when everyone's extremely bullish on Bitcoin, it's not really a good thing, and we've had an extremely bullish move to the upside. So I was waiting for that retracement. We were almost guaranteed to retrace. Now, I'm not saying when we're going to continue down and go down forever. What I'm saying is this is just the retracement of the actual move up. We've got to have a correction here. Look at that. We've got to have some form of correction. We've broke previous highs, all-time highs. And now we are having a little cool-off period here. You can see we are down 1%, 1% for the day, 1.2%. We're going to see how this trade plays out. But what I'm going to do now is simply just move to break even. So this is a completely risk-free trade now, guys. Let me just adjust stops. We are up quite nice on this. We are up quite nicely. I could close half. I may close half. We'll see what happens. For now, I am just break even on this trade. So now that that's out the way, we can jump straight into the analysis of what's going on. It looks like we might be continuing down, but I've got a clear AMD cycle here. I don't really need to explain much here. We got the fair value gap here, and I spoke about the inverse fair value gap on yesterday's market outlook. I spoke about how to trade IFVGs. So with IFVGs, what you want to do is basically, let's say we form the fair value gap in this move up, yeah? We form a fair value gap in this move up somewhere around about here, yeah? To trade the IFVG, you'd want a very quick switch. You want to basically retrace and break it extremely quickly. The quicker we break it, the quicker we invert it, the better, okay? So we quickly invert it, and then obviously we can basically just let a candle flip off of it and then trade it down rather than actually waiting for a close. But you can trade it something like this, and this is where your entry would be, around about here, or maybe up here if you want to wait for a little bit of a better entry. So that, if we just apply that to this, you can see that's near enough exactly what's happened here with this IFVG right here. We formed the fair value gap and then obviously very quickly inverted it. So that was confluence number one, first of all. Confluence number two was obviously that manipulation to the upside, breaking all-time highs, which is taking buy-side liquidity. So we do expect price to retrace here. And we obviously have that. Plus we got manipulation, distribution, all that stuff. So I did take the trade. It did kind of move a little bit and then start consolidating. So if we do move down from this, we may end up in a manipulation with a distribution to the upside. We'll see how that goes. But I'm just simply break even for now. So that's what's going on here. There's not really much to analyze on Bitcoin because we're just chilling. So we're in a trade. We can't really analyze anything. So moving on to GJ, what's going on here? So first things first, I want to look at the trade that I took yesterday, okay? If we go to that now, just remove all the other stuff. You can see it played out perfectly. Unfortunately, I closed break even just before the move up. If we go to the 5-minute time frame, you can see exactly what happened here. So we basically got in here. I was talking about this IFVG. I was talking about IFVGs before, just then. This is exactly what happened here. We got the 4-hour one. We've got a 4-hour accumulation. We've got a 5-minute IFVG for our entry as well. So we formed this one right here. Then very quickly inversed it, whatever you want to call it. Then the candle came back in, flipped, and that's when I said I'd take my entry. I took my entry there. Then I was trying to call the manipulation phase, basically. That's what I was doing there. I was basically saying, I think we're going to continue up for manipulation. And if it's not a manipulation, it's an accumulation distribution. I think we're going up because of the 4-hour IFVG, the bias, all that stuff that's going on. I had a nice bullish bias. So we looked for buys. We got the buys on the 5-minute time frame. As you can see, we did kind of float around here because this was the accumulation still. I was expecting a very explosive move to the upside based off of this IFVG, but we didn't get that. We kind of just continued consolidating for a little bit, and literally right here, literally this candle, the wick of this candle is where I closed break even, and then we just went straight up. So if you caught that, well done, fair play, W in the chat, but I didn't, unfortunately. So it did win. It did play out very nicely, which is obviously a good thing, but I missed that. I closed at break even. You're seeing it all play out on stream. Then the second I ended the stream, we went up. Now we've got that out the way, we can look at what is currently going on GJ. At the moment, near enough a consolidation. In the market outlook yesterday, I wanted to see basically, I was calling this the accumulation. This was the manipulation to the upside. And then obviously we had a nice candlestick pattern around about here. I was expecting price to continue down, come down to the other side of this accumulation range. You can see the drawings out here now. Instead of doing that, we just consolidated the entire time. Literally, we still are consolidating. Sometimes that can happen. So what I just do in this situation is simply just the way I look for AMD. You know how I look for AMD. It's go back to the most recent consolidation. So we can just basically write that off. We can just write that off, and just basically trade this consolidation. So now we're looking at this specific consolidation. What we can do is look for areas for price to manipulate into. One thing I'm going to do very quickly is just clean up my charts. If we just get rid of all this. Right. And now if we got a 1-hour accumulation right here. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see what's going on. Doesn't really seem to be much, does there? You know what I mean? We've got this imbalance right here, which we seem to be respecting. So we could expect price to just flip it. It's really strong, that resistance for some reason, or that support zone. We're making a fair value gap on the daily as we speak. So we'll see how that goes. But if we look at the 2-hour, not much here either. There is this down here, but we are also inside of one. So it could be a similar routine as to yesterday, because we are basically accumulating inside of a fair value gap. So we could look at taking buys here, although we kind of want an explosive reaction when you're trading fair value gaps. But You could look at a similar situation as yesterday, basically just taking buys, calling that manipulation move. We have come into a 1 hour here. Also, we've got that inverse IFVG. We got that right here. You can see it's a very strong area, obviously. It's, you know, obvious right there. But looking at that, very indecisive, just literally the same price for the last hour. Looking on the 5 minute, very clear 5 minute accumulation right here. So we could look at actually just trading a very short AMD cycle if we just label this, you know, and then we go to the 15. There's not much here, as we just said, so it'd be very hard to call. We'd expect price to come a little bit lower first, maybe back to the IFVG, but it's a very strange, you know, range. There's not really many fair value gaps to look for here. There is obviously liquidity just above this, which we could look at taking out. If we take out that, we could look at then taking sells off of it. Don't know what's happened then, my screen just went green. But it's very hard to navigate. What we're going to do is we're going to label this. And we could, in fact, what we've done before is wait for price to come into the discount zone. If we just draw that out, the PD array. Wait for price to come into the discount of this fair value gap. And that'll be the best place to look for buys. So we could look at taking buys around about here. Let's say we do something like this, candlestick pattern, and then move up to the other side. Or we could even target this liquidity zone up here. I think that would make the most sense, but we'd have to wait and see. You know, there's not really any clean fair value gaps, like, because the only issue with this one is that we are accumulating inside of it. Let's say, for example, we were accumulating up here. We could then wait for price to come down into here. But because we're already inside of it, it then gets a little bit messy. But we could, obviously, we have to fill this imbalance. So I'd expect price to come down first. If we come down, form a candlestick pattern, something like this, we could look at taking buys on the 5 minute. And that would align with a 1 hour, potentially a 1 hour manipulation, but it could also still be the 1 hour accumulation going on right there. It looks like that it might just be moving up now. But that's what I want to see for my entry. It's a little bit risky, like it is a bit risky, because because of that fair value gap. So I may not even end up taking it. What I'd want to see is something like this. If we came down into a fresh imbalance right here, rather than accumulating inside of it, it would be a very nice area to take that entry. But we don't seem to be getting that at the moment. We are accumulating inside the imbalance, but that's what I want to see. So, yeah. Let that play out, see what happens there. We could end up obviously just targeting this IRL right here. We use that as a management spot. So if we do get in, we could look at managing here, probably break even there. Managing here, and full TP would be up here. Bitcoin, what you telling me? Just floating around, doing nothing. Gold going back up. This could be manipulation. But we are due that retracement. Same thing on Bitcoin. We are due that retracement. I was looking at GU, but it seems to be like we had a perfect criteria here, but I was being careful for the GBP news that we just spoke about. We got a very clear fair value gap there that we've came into, formed a nice candlestick pattern, respected it beautifully. Very clean accumulation. So this would be obviously a manipulation to the upside into a bearish fair value gap, which is obviously bearish. Few AMD cycles here the past few days, but then obviously the news, then the election. Then we have this manipulation here, and it looks good. But you look at this candle here, and you look at the candles that have come after it. These three bullish candles are displacement really. That comes at 12 o'clock. If you go to the fundamentals, at 12 o'clock, what got released? A bunch of GBP news throughout the hour of 12 as well. We got 12 o'clock and we got obviously 12:30 Gov Bailey's speech. So that explains that. If we didn't have the technicals, I probably would have got in a bit earlier. I probably would have got in at this candle here. This engulfing one right here. But we do seem to have reversed based on the fundamentals of GU. So that's out the window. But that's pretty much it. Like, we're just going to kind of wait for this setup. It looks like we might be pushing down now on the 5 minute, as you can see. So that, I guess that also means that we do kind of have the fundamentals aligning with us. Like, the fundamentals, the GBP was good. It was good, obviously, based on the reaction, because that's not the USD there on the GBP USD. We've moved up. So we kind of do have the fundamentals aligning with this. We could look at taking an entry here. We'll see how this goes. Make sure you like up the stream, guys. If you're new, live every day, same time, 9:30 EST, New York Open. Struggling to close out that range. You've seen this happen yesterday as well on the 15 minute, on the trade we were looking at yesterday. You've seen what was going on. You've seen how volatile it is and how it looks like it's about to push out the accumulation range, but then just kind of closes inside of it still. Towards the end of the candle, we do get like a push to the other direction, but it looks like we're pushing out now. We got 2 minutes 40 left on the 5 minutes, so we're just halfway through almost. Well, we are halfway through right now. We're outside the accumulation range to the downside as we speak. We'll see how this closes. We could look at taking a trade from here. I am trying to move onto the lower time frames now so that we can actually take more trades live. What about the greenback fundamentals later today? Yeah, we covered the fundamentals. We covered them before. If you want to watch the fundamentals, if you want to watch this speech, all you have to do is go to financialjuice.com. You can see it there. Looks like we are pushing out this range. We want to see that candlestick pattern form now. The only issue is this candle is massive, which is good, I guess, but it's also to actually have the morning star candle pattern, we need a candle that goes 50% or more deeper into the move down. So like we have this move down, then we have the doji, then the move back up would have to go at least 50%, which would give us a little bit more of a worse entry. We would want kind of another push down, but it's fighting back. It's fighting back. It's inside. It just came into the discount zone now. Not strictly technicals, no. We did come back into the discount zone of this imbalance. As you can see, it looks like we are pushing down though. We got to wait for that entry now. Now, this is the differentiate. This could end up being accumulation distribution, as we spoke about. We know what that is already. The differentiator between that, first of all, an accumulation distribution would be the 20% that we lose. Okay, 20% odds that we lose. Now, the things that can actually help us avoid getting into those trades, this is why we take this. This is why we wait for the fair value gap. We wait for the fair value gap. We wait for price to come into a fair value gap. We wait for a volume time, and we wait for that candlestick pattern. It kind of tops off the entry. Like candlestick patterns, using them on their own doesn't really work. You see them all over the place, but aligning them with all of your other perfect confluences works quite well. Do you trade? Oh, here we are. We've closed on the 5 minute now. Now we can start looking for price to kind of pause around about here. We want to pause, or we can get another move down, and that could be the start of the morning star. But now we kind of want to look for the morning star. We've got candle number 1. This, or if we can trade, we need this to be a doji or a move down and be the start of the morning star candlestick pattern. Do I trade NASDAQ? I do not trade NASDAQ. I don't trade futures. I'm looking at it. I don't know. I might, but for now, no, I do not. Make sure you like up the stream, guys. Really does help me out. It already looks indecisive, this candle, but you've seen it. You should have seen this. It opened with no top wick. No top wick was on this candle when we opened. We push down and come back up and make the top wick. You see this play out all the time. We seen it play out yesterday in the trade we were in when the candle, I think it didn't have a bottom wick. We were pushing up, didn't have a bottom wick on the hourly, and we pushed down and formed that. Now, we need this to be a doji or a move down. If it's a move back up, we've missed it, and we're not. That's not our entry criteria, so we can't really trade there. So what we need is a very indecisive candle, which it looks like we might be getting right now. Obviously, there's 3 minutes left. It's basically the start of this open, the start of this 5-minute candle, but we do need that doji candle or a move down if we're going to look at entering in this trade now. If you want to learn how I trade like this, and if you want to learn how to trade like this, join the free course, which is inside the free Discord, which is in the first link in the description. 3 minutes left on the 5-minute. We want this to be a doji. It can be a small bullish, obviously, but we need it a doji, really. That's the preference here, a doji candle. It looks quite indecisive still. We do have a long wick either side at the moment. So we are pushing back down to the open. We're messing around to be bullish, though. Yeah. We just got to wait for that candlestick pattern. If this is a bullish one, it kind of invalidates the whole trade. What we want is a very quick reaction. You know how I trade. It's a very quick reaction, usually. What we like to see is price move down, pause, move back up, and we catch that move back up. But when it moves up, when it pauses, doesn't pause, sorry, when it does this, moves back up, and then let's say after this move up, guys, let's say after this move up, we form the morning star, yeah. The reason you don't want to take that, the reason you don't want to take it if it goes back up and then comes down again, because this is a retracement then. This then means it's a retracement. And then we break the retracement, which is obviously lower lows on a lower time frame, lower highs, lower lows on a lower time frame, which is obviously a sign that we're going to continue further. So we want a very clean breakout candlestick pattern, take the buy to the other side of the range. That's what we like to do here. I don't know why I got rid of that one, but if we do end up closing bullish, it basically invalidates the whole trade because that is then a retracement. And like, first of all, we don't have the entry criteria, but if we do get the entry criteria after we have the bullish candle, it then means that that's just a break of the retracement. So we would look to not trade that. But it looks very indecisive here. Very indecisive, which is nice for us. We've got a minute left on the 5. After this candle, we just need a push up slightly. If we get a push up slightly, that would be nice. In the next candle, that is. Come on. It's looking very indecisive here, very indecisive, but we need that close. We need the doji close. We got 20 seconds left. Hey, Rodrigo, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here. 10 seconds left. Come on, guys. This is a doji. Come on. Oh, shit. There we go. Perfect. Now we need... Oh, that's not the best sign. Now we need a bullish move to the upside. We need a bullish candle to close around about here. Then we can look at taking the entry. It's got no bottom wick, so if this candle closes with no bottom wick, we're not taking it. We need that bottom wick. We need that bottom wick, guys. But let's just look at this now. So if we have our TP all the way up here at 199554, we have our stop loss. Where should we have our stop loss? Let's go to a higher time frame. We'll have it just below this. That gives us a nice 1 to 2 hour. There we go. We got that bottom wick. You've seen that play out. You've seen the candle open, push up with no bottom wick, and then we flipped and went to the downside to make that bottom wick. That is OHLC in its perfect example. Perfect example. Now, if we close like this, we can look at taking buys now, guys. We want to see an entry around about here. Three minutes left. It's pushing up very, very quickly here. We need to be very careful. Now, another thing, the final piece of the puzzle, what we don't need, if price comes to the other side of the accumulation range before this candle closes, we can't get in the trade because then it's the end of the distribution. We have to wait and we have to basically get in before it touches the other side of the accumulation range. If this candle pushes all the way up here, then and then taps this area, we can't get in because it's took the other side, and that's basically distribution doing its job. We need a candle to close like this, exactly where it is now, preferably not any higher than this. And then we'll see how it goes. As I said, I am risking 0.5% because, as I said, I'm basically moving on to the 5-minute time frame now. I'm trying to lower the time frame so we can trade live like this more often, which means that, you know, we got to risk a little bit less. Half risk here, half the risk. 2 minutes left on this candle. It's a win-win for me. I'm up 2% this week. Half risk give us 0.25% loss. And 1%, no, not 0.25% loss, 0.5% loss. I like it. Nice. Come on. Don't push up. Don't push. We need the close, guys. We need a close. It's very important we wait for the close. Come on. Don't go to the other side of the range. Push back down. Come on. Cool off. At least we've inverted this fair value gap as well. We've inverted this. We've got this IFVG right here. If we draw this on the 5-minute very quickly. Very, very quick IFVG right there. Showing us we may continue up. But we need a little bit more of a push back down. We need to cool off a little tiny bit here. We don't want to be too close to the other side of the range because then it could touch it and then flip and then we lose something that, you know, would have won usually. Come on. Cool off. Cool off. 1 minute left. Ready to take the entry. Yes. Nice. Come on. Preferably close outside the fair value gap. Just above it. But we are starting to cool off now, which is nice. We got that candlestick pattern locked in. We just need the close, which will happen in about 30 seconds. 0.5% risk, as this is new. I'm new to the 5-minute time frame, really. I usually trade the 15 or the 1 hour or the 4 hour. As you can see on my Bitcoin trade, we are on the 1 hour time frame. So this is kind of new, but it's the same stuff. A little bit more risky because we are accumulating inside the fair value gap, but we have a ton of good confluences here. Perfect, perfect. We are pushing to the other side of the fair value gap. We're pushing back up. I'm going to take my entry right now as this candle closes. 3, 2, 1. There we are. So we've got an entry around about here. Right, we've inverted this fair value gap. We're looking for a push to the upside now. No bottom wick. And this is the hourly as well. We took the trade at the same time we took the trade yesterday. We've got a bottom wick now. We can flip. maybe respect this inversion and then push up. That would be nice. My TP is 199,550 and my stop loss is 198,798. Let's see how this goes. Right, we're going to let this do its thing. We're going to look at Bitcoin right now, see what's going on here. So Bitcoin still consolidating. What I'm going to do here, I'm up 1% now. Over 1% now. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to close half of this position here as we break even. That gives me 340, 350, 350 buckarooskies, which is over the loss if we lose on GJ. So basically we're risk-free for the day now. The worst case scenario, we end this day break even. Best case scenario, we end up with a couple percent in our pockets. The reason I'm being a little bit more cautious with this trade, a little bit more cautious and stuff like that, it is because we are on the 5 minute, which is kind of new to me trading. I'm not used to trading the 5 minute as much as I'm used to trading the 15 and the 1 hour on Bitcoin. Like on the Bitcoin trade, sorry. But we're going to see how this plays out now. Let's go, guys. Right then. So it seems to be we've respected that inversion. Never mind. Like up the stream, guys. Like up if you're new. Join the Discord if you're new. Like up the stream. Helps me out tons. Let's see how this trade plays out. Two minutes on the close. We're looking for minimal drawdown. Pushing straight up. Nice explosive trade. Come on. We're going to look to go break even, or it just stops very quickly here. When we go to the other side of the accumulation range, which is this area up here, when we start touching this area, we're going to adjust stops accordingly. Looking to go close to break even. Hi, how you doing? Looking to go close to break even, something like that. See how it goes. Come on. 50 seconds left. Bitcoin messing around there. So we did close half here. I'm going to put that call out here now. So we have secured some profits on here. We've got this 1 hour fair value gap right here, which we have respected the previous hour. 5 minute no bottom wick. Not the best sign. But we are looking for a push to the upside now. Come on, GJ. Come on. You're seeing the setup play out live. Just needs to follow through now. Push to the upside. Not too sure what we're going to do here. When we reach this area up here, I think I'll either close half or I'll 100% be break even by the time we move up to here. Come on, GJ. Bitcoin looks like it's reversing a little bit. If you see the percent on the right hand side, you can see it's gone from 1% to 0.9%, so it's pushing up a little tiny bit. 0.8 now, 8.9. Come on, GJ. It's a good day today. It's a good day. Got a nice fat order of cloves coming in the next few hours. It's going to be juicy. Ready for Florida. My birthday in a few days as well, guys. A week today, I go to Florida. A week today for 2 weeks. Got a fat order of cloves coming in the next 2 hours. In between 3 and 5, it says, so. Barely ever treat myself, you know. You see it. Barely ever treat myself. Always working. So I figured, why not for my birthday? Go Florida. Order some nice cloves. You know how it is. Today is a good day. It's correct, Dan. Come on. Up we go. There we are, see? I said it. Nice. Come on. Keep it up. Right, minute left on this 5. Still no bottom wick. Still a bit risky. Nice, come on. Nice. Gonna tighten these stops now. Just gonna put it below this 1 hour. Just gonna put it there. Nothing too extreme. But we're gonna just chop that a little bit off. So adjusting stops tight, not tight, but kind of tight, a bit tighter. 198.867. Boom. Let's see how this goes now. Hopefully we can actually get some form of breakout from this move. It seems to just be going sideways a little bit here. Exactly what happened in yesterday's entry. just sideways. But I'm now risking under 0.5%, so it's pretty simple here. Pretty simple. We got a nipple wick on the 5 minute of this candle, so we could expect it to flip. Still looking at this imbalance here though that we've inverted. Come on. Come on, GJ. Yes. Nice. 4 minutes to go. Hopefully we can get a bullish push off this candle. This is the final 5 minutes of the 15. If we look at the 15 minute, see what it's saying. The 15 is saying doji as well. Let's see how this closes. So that should be coming back to a 1 minute imbalance, maybe. No, not because of that candle. Not really. Bitcoin's reversed. Perfect timing for me, I guess. GJ's still floating at the entry. Come on. We like these explosive moves. It's what we usually get. Explosive moves. We don't want it to go sideways. Maybe I can help. Happy you think it's an improvement too, that's good. Looking to master the 5 minute now, really. I think that's my goal. And then once I've done that, we can go to grow into 1 mil funding. But happy you're learning a bit more now. Come on. Not looking good here. Not looking good at all. This is what I like about my trades, though. They're very quick. I like them quick. If this is a loss, it's been a very quick loss, very efficient. And, you know, usually the same thing with my wins. My wins are very efficient too. So, you know, that's the good out of this. But I think, first of all, looking at it now, it looks like it's going to just go down. But I think regardless of that, we should have kind of waited for a proper fair value gap here. You can see this 15 one here, 15 minute, which is a high time frame one relative. I think it's 15. High time frame relative to the 5 minute, which is what we have accumulated just above. Usually we look for price to like manipulate into a fair value gap, not kind of accumulate, manipulate in one. That's the only thing up with this trade though. That's it. Everything else was near enough spot on. Just must be one of those trades. The 15 here is open with no top wick, so we could expect it to reverse now. We have closed inside this imbalance. We still could flip and head back up. We'll see how it goes. There we go. Just floating near the entry, really, innit? That's more annoying. Rather just play out. Also, an announcement as well. I'm not going to be live at all next week. No streams. That's simply just because, first of all, Monday is a bank holiday. It's awesome, my birthday. Then on Wednesday/Thursday, I'm going to be traveling to Florida. It's like Wednesday night or something like that. So I can't do a stream Wednesday. I can't do a stream Thursday. I can't do a stream Monday because it's a bank holiday, which leaves just Tuesday and Friday. And that kind of just makes it a bit more annoying. So I'm just going to write off the whole week and I'm not going to be live at all. But if you're in the course, I might be going live on the course in the premium chat. I'll definitely be discussing my analysis around about the same times if I can, if I'm not on a plane. So keep an eye out for that. If you do have access to the course, which is the paid course, I will still be sharing my analysis and stuff in there as usual. But I will not be live at all next week, guys. That's simply just because it makes no sense, really. It's probably more damage than good doing a stream on a Tuesday and Friday. Good luck. Good luck. Let's see how this goes. Very indecisive. Very indecisive. Make sure you join the free Discord, by the way, guys. First link in the description, especially if you're new here. This is a very indecisive market at the moment. This is exactly what happened yesterday. We got the entry, we got the criteria, we just got in and then consolidated. Then I got out and then we moved to the upside. So I'm going to hold strong here. I closed half on Bitcoin. And looking at Bitcoin, it has completely reversed. I may have even been took out here. Oh, shit. Not yet. But it's well on its way. This is where I closed half. Look at that. Closed half right here. Secured that 0.5%. Stops a break even. Risk-free trade. GJ, I'm risking just under 0.5% because we risked 0.5% around about here, and I've just adjusted the stop loss to here, so it's just under 0.5%. So worst case scenario, I'm up like $100, which is probably like after, it's probably about conversion, that's probably like $75, 75, 80, 85% of that. What's that? I don't know, something stupid, not much, pays for lunch. So it's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Better than nothing. So that's worst case. Best case, a couple percent up here. Let's see how this trade plays out. It's just consolidating, going back and forth. We need a break. We need a move to the upside. Come on, GJ. 30 seconds left on the 5. This is just the 5 as well. This gives us 10 minutes left on the 15. 40 minutes left on the 30 on the hour, and 10 on the 30 as well. Come on. Usually we get a very explosive move in either direction once we take the entry. yesterday and today, we've just kind of just sat there and done nothing, which is annoying. Straight back down. This is annoying. What we're gonna do now, guys, I'm just gonna end the stream now. We're gonna let this play out. I'm not sitting here watching it go sideways. Same routine as yesterday. I like the efficient moves, but let me know what you think about trading the 5 minute. I'm gonna let this play out exactly how it is. I'm not gonna manage the stops until we're a bit more in profit. I'm not gonna manage anything else other than that. I'm going to leave this analysis right here until tomorrow's stream so we can see exactly how this plays out, exactly how it played out, just like yesterday. Hey, man, how's it going? Been a while. How you doing? But, yeah, guys, going to let this stream play out, leaving the analysis on the chart, leaving everything on the chart, letting it play out. We'll come back tomorrow and see how it goes. We are pushing into profits now, which is nice. Unfortunately, we did have that consolidation, which is just a bit of a ball ache, to be honest with you. But, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to end the stream here. Make sure you like. Make sure you join the free Discord. Make sure you subscribe. Join the free Discord. There's a free course inside that if you want to learn exactly how I trade. It has been for real. Not bad. Glad you're okay, mate. Glad you're okay. Yeah, it's cool, innit? I was literally just ending the stream as you hopped on. But yeah, guys, we're gonna let this trade play out. Leave it, let it do its thing. Looks like it's pushing into profits now, which is nice. Like the stream, subscribe, click the bell so you get notified every single time I am live, and I'll see you